Alright. Here's Exo One. I have streamed probably a demo of this, or some like beta release, but I've never played the full game. I had it in my inventory on Steam for some reason, and I've been just actually waiting to play it. And I don't know why I haven't. I don't know if this will be a full playthrough of the game. I hear it's fairly short. But it seems interesting and kind of weird. So, let's check it out. Whoa. Some interesting sounds. Gravity increases tenfold. When disengaged, gravity becomes moonlight. Someone said, Vinny, what did you put in my drink? Backwards and echo. Well, that's weird. Again, I do remember playing this a little bit, but not a ton. But you are a Ball, and your name is John Ball, and you are tribes. There is a dedication-like quality to this so far. Uh-oh, bad. Bad! Oh, there's a glide function. Right. Okay, I remember this now. But you can only glide for a little while, and then you have to heat the ball back up. Yeah, chat, this is already really cool. Look around, and they give you little by little some controls. Didn't you play this? Yes, I played a demo of this, or a beta. But this is the full game. Came out in 2021. I've had it on my Steam. For some reason, I might have gotten sent a key for this years ago, and then I just never played it. But I was going through my stuff, I'm like, what one-offs do I have that I could play? Stuff that would be appealing and interesting to me at this time. And this time, this is appealing and interesting to me. I'm wearing a shirt with a stylized Jupiter on it right now. So, I enjoy planets. Ah! I got it at Magnum Festival. Just some dude selling interesting shirts that had like space themes. Magfest is weird because there's like the vendor area is just open 24/7. And I guess if you want to work it, not like that, not like work it, you know what I mean? But if you want to work and actually, like, tend to your booth for, like, 24 hours straight? I guess you can. Mental. This game has really interesting game feel. Like, I actually feel like I'm the marble. What is the goal of the game? Just to have dedication. I think. Actually, I have no idea. I know as much as you do right now, chat. The joy of rolling, maybe? And just like taking in the sights and the sounds. So, do you see those pluses on the screen? When they had cameras on the moon, you don't see them? Yeah, the pluses. Cameras on the moon had those so that they could stitch together landscape photography more accurately. Like when the astronauts went to the moon. The bitrate is making them invisible. Do you see them now? Well, regardless. If you look at the photos of the moon, you'll see, like, pluses all over the photos. And again, that's just to stitch together photographs of the landscapes so that they can have, like, larger resolution photos. I believe I'm saying that correctly. I think that's the correct information. This mountain's gonna be a lot of fun, I think. A little bit of fun. Could do better than that, but... Ooh, fucked up. Fucked it up. Oh boy, are we gaining height. I don't know what that was. You can keep gliding while in clouds, rainstorms, really? Because I'm getting, I'm trying to, like, do the roll, but I'm also, holding on to the roll too long, and it's a bit of a problem. Here. Oh god, wrong button, wrong button. This is like magnetic. Someone just said dedication, like, yeah. Got it. Oh shit. Oh god, that's like slit scan photography shit from like 2001: A Space Odyssey. That's awesome. The sound design in this game is really good. Murphy, we're going to space. Yes. Now we... Jupiter. See, that's my shirt. That I would like to see. If I could ever, like, make my own movie, it would be a remake shot for shot of Interstellar, except Murph is, RoboCop. Does more than just fly. Yeah, it rolls. They fly now. Very interesting alien planet here, too. Imagine if the morph ball controlled like that in Prime 4. I'm sorry, what's Prime 4? You mean Duke Nukem Forever? No, that'll be out in a year. Mark my words. 1 year. You know what? No, Prime 4 is releasing this year. And I have absolutely no reason to say anything like that and nothing to back it up. I just want to take a long shot. Jupiter, yes. So if it actually does come out this year, you all owe me a tier 3 sub. Oh, you can all be my tier 3 subs, chat! How fun would that be? Exact date? December 32nd. No. What is this thing? I'm sorry, what are you saying? Am I in a train station? Am I fucking high in a train station at 4 in the morning? Power levels increase. I don't know if that was good. I don't think I should be down here. Did they forget to texture that? Jupiter! I'm not 100% sure what I'm supposed to do from here. I guess there? Yep. Now we are in the slipstream. Starlings in the slipstream. You know, when I thought about the title of that song for a little while, it made sense and then made me really sad. Yeah, those poor birds. How does this relate to frog sauce? Just pretend it's a frog. Oh yeah, you can kind of glide in the atmosphere a little bit longer. I don't know. I'm still looking for frog content. I know it. Listen, I know it's out there, chat. I've seen it with my own eyes. You know, Chrono Trigger could count as frog content. I'm just saying. Chat, that was insane. Wow. I'm starting to kind of get the hang of it. There's actually like some tech stuff that you don't immediately consider. Ooh, I don't know if that worked. I'm pretty sure I whiffed that one. Mental. Mental! Non-causal object detected. Oh, this is great. This is really good. The speed runs for this are wild. Oh, I believe that. Holy shit. Hey, Pops. Does this thing work? Uranus 2? That's not a real planet. I've never seen Uranus. If Exo One is so great, where's Exo 2? I like that the planets also have like slightly different gameplay. It's like just different types of objects. Just to keep you on your toes a little bit. Different topography as well. That was not the right time to do that. Which is a shame because I think I need this for a big boost. Yeah, that didn't work out so great. Vinny, stop momentum dumping. Oh. Oh, we're getting some wind now. Someone just said new pointless phrase unlocked. I was trying to think of a way to word that, and you just basically did it for me, so thanks for that. Guess not. You'll need that mountain for the speed boost. Yeah, it looks like it. Ooh. But yeah, the wind is also fucking me up. God damn it. Okay, now we got something. Now we got something. Yeah! Yeah, there it is. Yeah. Energy source detected. I mean, I'm not 100% sure how worth it that was. I assume it was on that cube. Was it? Oh yeah, I think you're right. Someone just said, it's over, momentum bros. Inertial goon maxing engaged. Vinny, I can't goon properly unless you achieve maximum momentum. Vinny, I can't sin max until... until you momentum dump all over the marble. I'm pretty sure Christ said some of these words. Yeah, the Christ definitely said shit like this. Yes, the Christ child. There are people that, you know, that prefer baby Jesus to actual Jesus. That's, you know... Listen, I prefer... let's see, what bands... I prefer early Talking Heads to later Talking Heads, so I get it. My mortal enemy. The mountain. Shit. Chat, why can't I do this? Got it now. Okay, here we go. Not gonna miss that on the cube this time. I don't know where exactly on the cube I must go. Did I get it? Got it. Got it, got it. Sounds like an X-Wing. Why do balls bring out the best noises from Vinny? You know, that statement in a vacuum would be horribly embarrassing. But it's a good thing all of you know what that chat member means. Vinny, I'm new here. Oh, shit. It's the fires of Ibis. Ibis? I don't know. lava. There's like updrafts from the lava and the heat. We may not have a new pilot wings, but I'll take this. Wow. Where's the fucking thing? I don't know. I lost sight of it. There it is. That's really, really fucking cool. Which I think I've said playing this game half a dozen times so far, so I think that might be an endorsement. I also would like to endorse Ratcock for president 2024. He's the best choice, and he will get the job done. Ratcock. Finally, someone endorses the right guy. Ratcock. There it is. Oh, yeah. Carry me. Carry me into the light. Got it. I wish I could fly around planets and stuff. Picking up a bit of a story here. There's, yep, ball lore. How's the blue marine fox? Oh my god. Yeah, the thalassophobia is strong right now, chat. Oh, you can skim the water. But only when you're flat. Wow. Fucking hell. There are ocean planets out there like this right now. Did you find out? Did you hear that Neptune is apparently not a water planet or not a liquid planet? Or no, that's not true. Wait, no, it's not as blue as photographs have made it out to be. It's more colored like Uranus. But it's a gas giant, and it's not as blue as we thought it was, because there was like a color correction error. So it's brown, like Uranus. No, it's lighter blue. It's devastating. I know, that was my favorite color planet, because it was so blue. And I thought, like, man, I bet the water there is tasty. Imagine you can live in an alien, and you can taste and smell smells that you've never smelled. Wow. Alien world. Did the word world cut out? That scared me. I didn't expect to be jump scared by a marble game. This is a choop scare. No, but imagine though, chat. Imagine the possibilities of living in an alien world and you can smell the things you've never smelled before. It would have to be compatible with our meat suit first. Well, what if we were no longer meat? What if we were then fourth dimensional beings that could just exist in other realities without a suit or without meat? That would be better, I think. Because the meat is rotten. I got sick like twice in a row, and I was convinced that the meat was bad. I'm like, nah, I don't want to be meat anymore. So I'm hoping that I can ascend to another dimension. That way I can just smell alien smells. Rare alien smells, too. Not like common alien smells. Someone in chat just said it's okay to have dead air. It's okay to... I'm sorry, what's dead air? Listen. The oxygen in this world, I'm trying to make this into an alien joke, is very different from our own, so it smells unique. Well played, chat member. Now go fuck yourself. Toxic streamer! Toxic streamer! I bet if I did that more often, I would have more audience. Like, actually just fight with my chat more. Someone said, no offense, but this game is just a shape moving. No offense, but Skyrim is just shapes moving. No offense, but Doki Doki Literature Club is just words on a screen. No. No. What the fuck is happening? I have no idea how to get that. Climb the rocks? It was right in front of you. I would have missed it though. I wouldn't have had enough energy for it. Actually, yeah, you just have to cordon your energy. Not cordon, what's the word I'm looking for? Not conserve, ration. Are we getting polar now? But genuinely though, chat, I am fascinated with space. I grew up loving space books. That was one easy way for my family to bribe me. Buy me a space book. I mean, you can hear it in my music, and my interests on stream are, you know, obviously sci-fi is a huge topic for me. But I remember, just thought maybe it would be nice if I could become an astronomer. Gave that up real quick. But even so, I still always was fascinated by the planets, the solar system, and just our place in this universe and how incredibly small everything is when you like put it on a big enough scale. And it just hurts your head to think about it. And it's like, well, if that all exists, then clearly it must mean something to be alive, right? And the answer is yes. Clearly the answer is ancient aliens. The real answer for me, though, and, you know, this is going to sound kind of obvious, but it's just finding the joy in, like, the goon, building a goon cave. No, but really, just enjoying the little things in life and learning about the things that interest you, which in my case is space. What just happened to your chat? Oh. Wow. I don't know if that's the end of the... I think that was scripted, no? An alien signal. See, that's why I'm fascinated by aliens too, and the potential that life exists outside of our own solar system. And why I do tend to believe that that is a thing. It's just the infinite vastness of space has always been like, well, how could it not be that? So I'm very much like I'm very much like Mulder, in that I want to believe. Because learning about the universe, not even like conspiracy shit like alien stuff, when I was younger, and like reading those space books and reading how big the galaxy was and then how big the universe could be, I was like, wait, and we're the only things that okay, that's it? It's just us? Okay. Not that I was actively being told it was just us, but you know, it just that's what I find fascinating about space, is just the infinite possibilities. Is it bad to believe we're special? I think you can be special. You are one of 8 billion or so humans, and you're special in your own way. I mean, there's things that everyone that is different. Unless you're from a family of like 10 siblings, in which case you and those 10 siblings are exactly the same. But no, everybody has something. And I think that there is a little piece to the story that everyone can contribute. As a cosmic event, though, you can think whatever you want. I don't blame you for thinking that. Sure, you can have that. Vinny is so kind and positive. I would like to be more kind and positive. That's nice of you to say. I can be a little bit rotten as well, and I can be a little cynical, and I've been actively trying to change that because, not change, but to be aware of it and see if there's a way to work on that. Specifically because you would hope that that kindness would be done for you as well, A, and B, life is just a little bit better when it's not so bleak. You know, share your goon cave with those around you. And progress is always possible, even in the worst of times, even if, you know, shit gets tough. So that's another reason why I like, I don't need to believe we're special alone on this planet to believe that, like, there's an optimism that you can have and that we are an interesting, special race. If there are aliens observing us, it's because we're so fucking weird and fascinating. And we have created the room and Troll 2. And Death Stranding 2. Is this one big 80s album cover? Kinda looks like it. Vinny, Death Stranding 2 is where aliens draw the line. No, they love it. That's why there's like, all these stories about, like, UFOs showing up at, like, nuclear silos, like, whenever there's, like, a test, or, you know, something's about to launch, like, they zap the missile. You can, you know, whatever, you don't have to believe any of that, but there's, you know, reports, and, like, that's one of the things that I've learned about in my years of, wasting my time reading UFO shit. But let's say that's true for a second. It's because they want Death Stranding 2. What are they gonna do for entertainment if otherwise? They got nothing else to do. They're just like analytical, like, little gray fellas with big heads. What the fuck else are they doing? UFO porno? Not nearly anything as exciting as what we're doing on Earth, clearly. No. Fuck. I do think, we are a fascinating species. A scary and also fucked up species, but we've created so much good. And we've done... We do have... I think we got a lot of potential out there. And if there's aliens, that maybe they see that potential. Or at the very least, they're laughing at us like in a reality TV show. And hey, amusement is amusement. So if there's any aliens watching the stream, you know, let me know. I don't want to actually be, like, abducted. I don't want to deal with that shit. But just say hi. I've got one. I've got an alien, like, on the, you know, on the couch. Oh shit, no, please, please, God, no, fuck, shit. Oh, man. You're supposed to collect the blue ones anyway. I know, but this one is a power-up. Vinny, do you think the aliens saw your Forgetter music video and decided to wait another 100 years? They probably heard the Forgetter song and then decided to wait another 100 years. How embarrassing. Someone said, fuck off, that's a banger. Oh, great. Now you have to defend my music against me. I like it. No, I'm fine with it. I like it. Imagine single-handedly delaying human first contact with a single song. I'm pretty sure Crazy Frog did that several years ago. If Crazy Frog did that, what did WAP do? Got a bunch of people some wet-ass pussies. I don't know. What did it, what did it do? What did temporary secretary do? That definitely was an artistic statement for Paul McCartney, and don't you dare disparage it. No, it's pretty bad. I listen, I like it because I think there's some cool stuff in it, but to put it lightly, that is one of the most annoying synth lines in all of music. So the aliens probably like it. They're like, ah, yes, beep boop, beep bop beep bop 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 beep boop. I'm not momentum maxing, chat. I am not. Try launching from water for power-up. Not the worst idea. Now that I know how to do this technique, I didn't even know I could do this. He didn't see it. I saw some weird jump scare. I say jump scare. It wasn't really a jump scare, was it? Just, you know, a memory flashing. Someone said it's crazy, it's so crazy how we're all just hanging out. You know what's crazy? How we're all sharing this moment in space and time, in the infinite vastness of what has come before and what could come now. We're all here at this moment. For no discernible reason. Nope, not quite. Pass the controller over. I can't do that, chat member. I wish I could. I try less friction, more launching. I'm gonna try one more time from up here. Is there much more game left, chat? best is yet to come. It was a lot easier than I made it out to be. This game is very zen. Like, maybe that's not the right word for it, but... It feels like the right word. Like, I just get really into, like, what's happening, and it just kind of puts my mind at ease. Think of all the alien tastes that we don't even know about. Some kind of alien like Jupiter spice. Harvested from the Great Red Spot. Yeah, this is very different. Nice to get some environmental variety. Okay. Yep, good gameplay. Quality gameplay happening here. Is this, like, less linear now? Whoa, satellite. It's a little tough to get momentum around here, chat. I've been looking for the momentum, but I can't find it. Momentussy. God damn it. Yes! Dude! Please! Okay. Is this just big super monkey ball? I'm controlling the ball. Fucking crazy scraping noises. Very tonidal. To the seed. A generous seed. Whoa. I feel like this is the story of, like, creation going on here. We went from, like, barren nothingness to, like, atmosphere to, like, water and now life. Like, you know, trees and shit. That's how you know I could have been an astronomer. Trees and shit. This is cool, though. And the environmental variety is nice. I just wish I could get a little bit more momentum. It does get slightly frustrating. What's that? What is that? Oh. I think there's an upgrade between those cheeks. I don't know what to do now. Gotta get up there somehow. That's not helping. Oh boy. Maybe follow the valley? Which valley? You're talking about this way? I guess so. Where the... Yeah. These people need the air. That's where the air is going. Whoa, another upgrade. Why does it keep showing the goon algorithm in the corner? Very normal and human comment from a normal and human chat member. Sometimes I wish the dead internet theory was true so I don't have to exist on the same planet as these fucking people. No, I'm kidding, chat member. Sorry, that was just... I just used you as a scapegoat for whatever that was. You're fine. Your check is in the mail, thank you. You just helped me out. You gave me material, chat member. Yeah, we're balling! Someone said, I'm sorry you have to exist with us idiots. I'm sorry you have to exist with me. Yeah, I was also thinking of Rorschach. Not the actual Rorschach test, but the character Rorschach. From Welcome Back, Kotter. I don't know if anyone's gonna get that one. That one's... How many people got that? 3? 4? Hey, Mr. Kotter, how you doing? It's me. It's me, Rorschach. How you doing? Actually, no, I'm Vinny Barbarino. To this day, still, I have some people locally at delis and such that call me Vinny Barbarino because they saw that show one time in the 1970s, and that's just a funny name for them, so they call me that. Yes, his name is Rorschach. I know. That's worse. Well, they thought it was funny, and they got away with it because it was spelled H-O-R-S-H-A-Q-U-E or something like that. And it's in the 70s, so censorship was still kind of happening on TV a whole lot more. But they got away with calling a character Rorschach. Exo One. One-way trip. Oh shit, it's like Super Mario Galaxy now. Oh my god. This is so fucking cool. Happens if I lose. Uh-oh. Oh, no, we got it. I was gonna say, if we lose orbit. Almost did. This is, yeah, this chat wasn't kidding when they said the best part of the game was yet to come. Why can you hear the wind whistling in the vacuum of space? Oh, that's probably coming from where the music is coming from. The asteroid everybody thought was an alien ship. Oh yeah, that. Sojournus 23. I bet that's an awesome Super Bowl. Chat, you need to get him to play Megaton Rainfall. Chat member, what was wrong with that sentence? Shit. Okay, there's a number of functions that I cannot use now, as you can see there. I can't even turn, I don't think. Shit. I got jumping and ball, and that's it. Wrong way. What'd that say? I got scared by a newspaper. Jupiter crew exploded. Yeah. Jupiter, wait, the planet itself exploded? Probably just the crew. I mean, there's a zen to this too, even if you are missing a number of features. You do have to pay for the other features. Yeah, turning, left and right, that's $5. Or you can buy the bundle, where you get left and right, both together, for a total of $10. But that includes a ball skin. Gotta love those ball skins. And you also get hover mode if you spend $20. And that comes complete with several ball skins. Portion mode? Don't say that. Please? Wind, blow me in the right direction. Barely killed some of my momentum there. Ah, shit. Oh, good. Hell yeah. above the clouds, yes. That's really cool. Seems like your payment went through, yeah. Yeah, EA got my Venmo. There's a Battle Pass collab with Persona 5 and Rick and Morty. Oh, man. Morty, it's me, Marble Rick! Morty, look at me, yeah! Morty, it's me, Rick! What the Rick? Hey, Morty! Vinny actually only has one bit, it just morphs and envelopes new pieces as it goes. All of the bits eventually just turn into Watto. It's all part of the Watto bit. It's like poetry so that it rhymes. Someone said, now this is delicious ocean. This water is sold across the galaxy, and it's price gouged to shit, and there's so much fake, like, versions of it. We'll call this planet Aquafina, named after the rapper. Nestle came and they fucking, yeah, they somehow they own this planet now. But yeah, it's like, I think probably like 7,000 quatlus per bottle. And people can swear it tastes better than regular water. Reminds me of Flossed in Paradise from The Fifth Element, for some reason. Sorry, I know I'm like waking people up. Sorry, but I just am very fond of that noise. I know you're fond of me noise. I'm trying to moment. It's hard to moment on the water, chat. Get like moments, but not moment. You know what I mean? Can you explain what's going on to the people who only recently got here from Mike's stream? Come? Oh, you came here. Oh, you came here from... Oh, I got it. You came. The chat members came. No, I got you. This is a marble, and you just go through space. And now I guess you're going through, like, whatever the fuck this is. It was a lot more, like, actual space not long ago. Now it looks like a golf course. What I mean by space, I mean, we had, like, a Mario Galaxy moment. It was unbelievable. It was really cool. But you're basically just a momentum marble that can turn flat. And it's one of the most enrapturing, chill, interesting games I've played in a long time. It's really, really cool. This isn't really doing it justice, but this seems to be the end of the game, and things are getting a little more surreal. And that's about it. It's been kind of chill, actually. I've been really enjoying this. Ooh. And, like, you learn different ways to preserve momentum and shit. It's fun. And we were talking about aliens as well, and planets and goon caves. And like alien smells. Like rare alien smells. So I guess that's about it. We watched gay porn on Mike's stream. Not shocked by anything anymore. You just told me aliens exist. Basically. And I'm like, yeah, no, that's fine. Do you think aliens have, like, actual porno? What? Chat. I know there's a song. I know Joel made a song about it, but I'm just wondering, like, in real life, do you think, like, gray aliens have gotten to the point of degeneracy where they have their own porn? No way they don't. What do you mean, no way they don't? Why can't you conceive of a reality where aliens don't have porno? Ooh, shit. Someone else in chat just said, alright, clocking out, everyone. Interesting timing on that. Oh shit. Oh shit, we're going plaid. We're going 2001 Stanley Kubrick Space Odyssey. failed to launch. Turning again to the spotlight. Claiming it was what? Chad, I missed that for a second. It was made for me alone. Sent for me alone. It was for me alone. Chat is saying many different things. Okay. I get you. So, it is getting kind of late, but I want to actually finish this game. Do you think I could, like, finish it in the next 20 minutes or so? If anyone who's played this is here? You're almost done? Now we're back to... Oh, strong winds now. Oh, God. But yeah, I like this kind of planet better, because it's cool. It's very atmospheric. Hello, darkness, my old friend. This music is really cool, but I would love to hear the singer from Disturbed right now. Num 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 num. Num 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 num. Nama 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 num 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 nama num num num. I bet he does that. Like, that's a good way to come up with melodies. You don't even have to worry about words. You could just numb your way into a fucking melody. It's great. Vinny, were you a fan of Star Trek as a kid? I was not as much of a Star Trek fan. I was more of a Star Wars fan. As an adult, I became a massive Star Trek fan. Like, stupidly into Star Trek. But, as a kid, I watched episodes of the original series. I enjoyed them. They were campy. They were fun. I hadn't seen all of them. I had seen some of the movies, which admittedly were not that great. Like, I'm talking Generations, and Insurrection. First Contact was good. And then I saw Star Trek 6. And I saw Star Trek 4, and I was like, oh, there's some really good Star Trek movies with the original crew. And, that just kind of, you know, I ended up seeing most of the movies, and then later on I was like, alright, I'm gonna watch all of the original, TNG. Even the terrible episodes, which I regret now. And then, became a massive fan, watched all the rest. Do you like Wrath of Khan? Wrath of Khan is one of the better movies. I think it's more of a generic sci-fi thing, because it's like a revenge thing, but there's some good sci-fi concepts in there. When I say generic sci-fi, I mean like, it's less Star Trek and more just like kind of action, but it still has the Star Trek spirit. So I think it strikes a good balance, but I think it's a great movie, yeah. And I think it's a good entry point for new fans into the series. We still don't have a Quark emote. I don't make emotes, but I would make a Quark emote. If I could. But yeah, as a kid, Star Wars was the thing I loved the most. And I still hold to this day, the original trilogy are some of my favorite movies. And if you just put them, you know, and you kind of remove them from everything else Star Wars, which obviously there's people that love the prequel stuff, I'm fine with it. But for me, it's the original series. If you just kind of watch it as movies and not like this cultural thing, and just enjoy them as films, like I did when I was like 10, they're still amazing. And I love them. Oh yeah, these do look like the Radiohead Kid A mountains. The prequels are respectable, unlike the sequels. They're made from a more real place, without getting into big Star Wars discussion, because as we all know, there's 3 topics that you don't bring up at the dinner table, and that's politics, religion, and Star Wars. But, respectfully, Disney was like, we have bought the series, how do we make money, make it quick, make a new trilogy quickly, what story, who cares, just make it up as you go, and, it's unfortunate because those actors really did the best they could with that material. And it is a shame because I don't feel like for a second... Say what you will about The Last Jedi, I think Rian Johnson was trying to do something different. I just think he failed spectacularly. Many people don't think so. Regardless, I appreciate that there was an attempt to do something. JJ was like, let's take all the Star Wars elements, let's distill it down. Much like Konami's doing with Silent Hill right now. So that's my opinion. I may not love the prequels, but I respect that Lucas actually was trying to create toys. I mean, he was trying to create... I like some of the sequels, and I like some of the extended world. I like the world he created quite a bit, and I think there's some genuinely great stuff in the sequels that prequels that were just handled in weird ways, like directed kind of weird. But I love some of the stuff that was attempted, and some of it was good, and some was better later on in Clone Wars and other stuff. But yeah, so that's my overall take on Star Wars. But I do love that original trilogy so much, still, and I'm sorry if I'm closed-minded about other things, but that's what I grew up with, and I still love them. Yeah, Andor was amazing. I mean, you know, they're gonna keep making Star Wars stuff. Apparently there's a Rey movie, even though I don't think Daisy Ridley particularly wants to be in Star Wars anymore because of, like, the way everything went terrible. And I don't just mean from the directors and the writers. You know, like the online backlash, which is also silly. People blaming actors. Like, what are you doing? What, really? Why are people blaming actors? So stupid. Blame J.J. Abrams. And all the top brass at Disney. But, yeah, they're gonna keep making this shit. So listen, if there's a potential, I'll keep watching it. I gave up on the Ahsoka show because it was dumb. People getting stabbed with lightsabers and living. Like, just really boring. Didn't like it. Gave up. Tried. Wasn't as bad as the Obi-Wan show, but Andor I genuinely loved. Really, really loved it. So if they're gonna do shit like that, I'm up for it. but, you know. Would think the Mandalorian and Glup Shitto movie will be any good. Depends on how many cameos they have in it. Because, you know, you can get... We get Han Solo, Boba Fett, Salacious Crumb. I can't do my moves anymore, chat. I want Scrumplacious Clapple. I want Crumble. Sympto Crumplin. I want Bildo. Frimlegag. I want all of these people. I want that guy from episode 9 who went, hey, hey! Rem Lazar should be in there. I don't know. Could the movie be good? It could be. Mandalorian is both good and kind of not great sometimes. I think it could be one of the two. Or it could be both at the same time. I can't help but notice you never said Luke Skywalker in there. Who's that? No, I'm like all for the deep cut characters like Kremrold. We lost momentum. Momentum bros in chat blown the fuck out. Luke Skywalker was a character in the Star Wars Christmas special. Oh, the holiday special. Him and Itchy were my two favorite original creations for that. Something's happening. Yeah, for those saying 2001, this is obviously very similar to the slit scan photography technique, which was, I believe, an overexposed camera, and they had light going through little slits of paper that they were pushing the camera through the paper. It's a really fucking innovative technique that looked and still looks amazing. I almost got, like, when I was talking about original Star Wars holiday character, Luke Skywalker, but when I was watching this ball roll to a halt, I was getting kind of sad. Also, I believe this is more of a victory lap than anything else. The fucking cloud graphics are amazing. Like, what engine is this in? This came out 2021. Unreal 4? That was my guess. Unity. Mario Maker. Wiki says Unity. No shit. Shame the word Unity is more tainted after, you know, the fiasco. But, I mean, it has the potential to be a really nice looking game engine. They really just applied gun directly to foot with that, didn't they? Oh shit, we can do that now. Well, a lot of people are using Godot these days. They did backtrack, but it's much too late now. I think they'll still have business, but what they ended up doing was, in their quest for more money, they have damaged their reputation, and many developers are now going to be using Godot or another engine. So yeah, they fucked up tremendously. And then having to backtrack, it's just too late now. Yeah, they'll probably stick around for a while. I wouldn't be surprised if they don't completely disappear, but it's crazy. It's a lesson to be learned for sure. And like maybe if there's future, you know, business decisions, they could, in various other companies, they could be like, hey, here's what happened with Unity. Are you sure you want to do that? Yeah, I missed the thing. There's also a thing up there, but I don't think we're gonna get that. The music is really cool here. I am gonna say that there's a lot of... So I played this when it was a demo. I feel like there is a lot of padding. It's good padding because it's a very contemplative game. It's weird, I don't mind it so much in this game because I feel very connected to the world and like the gameplay. And the music. So I really like it, but I'm just saying it is a lot. Like I remember playing the demo, I was like, how could this be a full game? And well, here it is. The traversal's fun, so yeah, it's all good. Oh shit.
Spaghetti in there, Luigi, I can tell. I can see it. Wait, who's that red plumber in there? Luigi, he's gonna steal our spaghetti.
No, Mario, that's you. It's a black hole. It's called spaghettification. Has nothing to do with spaghetti. Mario, you gotta get out of there. Maybe you too, Paul, can create your own universe. Sorry, I had to. I didn't have to. Just very excited for Final Fantasy VII.
At the conclusion of the signature number, we'll hear one of the Duke's own tunes, called Duke Steps Out.
Yeah, I know the solar system. So in sending the ball to save the crew, you doom the crew in a self-fulfilling prophecy kind of way. Oh, they ejected. They ejected. I don't know. Something's going on. It knocked them onto a safer trajectory. Well, thanks, Orb. I mean, the story is kind of more of just a little bonus, like a human element to add, just to ground the game a little bit. But I like it. This game's cool, and I would recommend playing Outer Wilds after this as extended play. and then the child became an orb. You could call this game Outer Childs. That was terrible.
Hang on.
All right. So yeah, that was really great. In my quest for random one-offs where I can play a bunch of different games each week, this was a really good one. It's fun. It was meditative, and it looked and sounded great. But anyway, that's the stream as soon as these credits are over. So I hope you enjoyed. I hope you enjoyed the Troid, as well as, not Detroit, Metroid, as well as Exo One. There's more gameplay? Well, I want to go to bed. Today we did have double ball content, that's true. Metroid Morph Ball and also Exo One. Jupiter? You get to fly around the clouds until you get bored and shut down the game. Well, that was cool. Good night, everyone. See you soon.